Hello, hello everyone. Today's stream's gonna be a little short. We're just gonna do some room matches because I kind of want to see what everyone's been building. My runners aren't that great right now. They were just like deck tests because I've stopped using borrows for my parent runs now since I finally got a Pace Chaser Spark. So now I need to staple both my Pace Chaser Sparks onto a Taiki for my Marozensky. Once I can staple those together, then I can actually finally work on my Marozensky. Not really using borrows for Ogre Christmas's lineage because most people don't have the Burning Stam skill in their legacies. At least, like, I've yet to find a good one, but I haven't been doing too much searching. I'm just trying to loop the Burning Stam since I'll probably use it for like 4 or 5 CMs. I haven't been playing that much. I guess you can see my progress from here. I mean, I've been playing less now than usual. Almost done with the event though. Just need another 200k. I finally caught up with all the missions. Well, except the team trial ones and this, I've yet to run a runner that runs the Hanshin. I haven't even done a run today. But we're just gonna do some practice room matches, like to see what everyone's been up to. I think meta's been pretty much settling on Suzu, Ojimaro, and Taiki with the occasional like late surgers. Busy. I mean, like, my burnout is I can't play like 10 to 12 runs a day. But like it's kind of just like in my system to play 7 to 8 runs. Like I wake up, you know, and like within the day, like I know I'm gonna play this game for 3 hours. And it's just I don't think I'd ever get burnt out. Or at least I don't see myself getting burned out. I need help. I don't know, this game, like, it's gotten to the point where, you know, I can just play it in the background. Like, I barely pay attention. Except like during like ace runs. But like everything's pretty like, I mean, you just look at it every like 10 seconds, click a button. I mean, yeah, I think it's just like, personally, that's how I play it. Anyone pull on the banners? Alright, let's do, I haven't been doing my single pulls. Let's do that for these two. Will I do 10 runs during Man? Okay, Man, yeah, probably not. Man will lower the amount of runs, but I'll still probably play like 5 runs. This is gonna be gluing runs at that point. Like, Man, I think I will glue a lot of runs just because there's no way I can sit through 5 runs a day. Afuku. And then let's pull on Jordan. You threw 4 tickets? Wow, game's rigged. Yeah, Jordan's nice. Especially when she gets her evos. She's kind of not an Uma right now. But when she gets her evolutions, she seems pretty good. Jordan. Like getting on your left for Pace Chaser is interesting, and then Stam Recovery, like, I mean, at least it's a target speed increase. But the Pace Chaser on your left is nice. I guess when Evas come out, this on your left will be updated. The Ketis and Black Banner. I wonder how many people are quitting from bad luck. That's rough. It's rough. I don't know, this game's so fun, but the gacha side is just so unfortunate. Yeah. Quite literally the second impact. Alright, I think I already have the races set up. I don't think there's anything else to show. I'll just go real quick over my really bad runners. I really doubt I'm going to win any of these rooms. So I have the Pace Maru, which, like, stats are bad, skills are bad. Like, I wish this Pace Maru was a little bit better. I also don't have shooting for victory because I still have yet to make the Taiki. I'm combining 2 Pace Chasers now into a Taiki to get it. Pasa I did 1 run on. I don't even think I needed Swinging Maestro. I think Pasa, like, I mean, obviously I should just do more runs. Getting... Oh wow, I didn't even level 4 her unique. Did I lose that many races? Oh, I lost the Derby. I think there's like a secret mission that I was going for, the winning the 3 miles, which is really annoying to do. But I think that plus like a fast learner or something, I can get Rising Dragon, and I'd be a lot happier with my Pasa. What's the benefit of running pace? I don't have to run front. I think front runner is stronger though. But I will never bring a front runner to... I will never bring a front runner to a CM unless it's like a blocker or a runaway. But I do think, I mean, like, I think you should go for front Maru because, you know, doubling your style aptitudes. Like, I didn't get any pace corners or pace straightaways. I think I got both front and corner straightaways this run. I think it's just better to build her as a front runner. But I will never run a front runner. Didn't I say I was planning on running pace Pasa? Yeah, I was thinking about it. But I like the idea of, like, just exploding forward. Well, so it's because, like, I really like Rising Dragon as a skill. For Pasa. And it's because I don't own Fine Motion. I think I would run Pace Pasa if I could get... Speed Star instead of Rising... Like, obviously I wouldn't want Swinging Maestro. I think I was doing a run without Rico, but a run without Rico felt too off, so I don't think I'm gonna end up doing that. I think I'm just gonna replace it with Rico and then buy Rising Dragon instead of Swinging Maestro. But because I don't have Fine Motion for Speed Star, I think it's better for my deck to run her as a late. But I was planning on doing Pace instead. It's just I value... So I feel like her overtake condition on her ult is hard to satisfy at this stage of the race. I mean, we can just watch it, but no, I think her ult's pretty... I think mainly is the issue right now is that her ult activates too early. If you activate it, like, as soon as possible on the corner, you still get, like, a little bit of it. You get, like, 1 second of it, but you kind of want to delay it. Which is, like, it's better to go for something like Duty of Dignity calls into, like, Speed Star, which is why I originally wanted to run her on Pace, is to go for Tea Time into Speed Star, or Tea Time and Speed Star, Conjurer's Fury, into, like, shooting. I don't know how prevalent Runaway Suzu is going to be, because if there's a Runaway Suzu, then you lose access to... Well, Duty of Dignity calls isn't as consistent. So, I mean, I just haven't done too much testing to finalize my builds. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why, like, I think it's better for her to be on Late Surger and use Rising Dragon instead. Because, I just don't know how prevalent Suzu... Because, like, the thing is, like, even with a weak Suzu, it's still not guaranteed that you activate Duty of Dignity calls, especially since I'm not bringing in an end closer, or at least something that, like, is so far in the back that would guarantee due to Dignity Calls, so I don't really like going for that build. I think these both suck. They both can be better. I actually had a decent Maru run that didn't get the skill, like a decent stat run on Maru, which is just gonna be what I'm gonna try to combine and then get shooting for victory. And then I'm just gonna bring in Dominator because I don't have a third. Well, I mean my third is Christmas Ogre if she comes out. If I actually end up making a good Condor Pasa and a good Maru, I might just not run a Dominator in the CM and just run 3 aces with Christmas Ogre replacing the Dominator. It depends on how much effort I go in for Maruzensky and Pasa. But yeah, so don't look at the skills. The skills are so bad. But like this is the stat line I would like to staple on to, like this stat line with like around these skills, I think is what my ideal Maruzensky would be. Maybe like 1 more power explosion instead of like 100 more wit. Am I scared of double nice nature lobbies? I think they will be like annoying, like or like a problem, but I mean I'm planning on bringing a Christmas Ogre, and like she would be my like anchor against Stam, because if you proc 3 recovery skills with Christmas Ogre, that's 7% healing. She should just be the anchor. The other 2 I'm gonna greed on in terms of Stam. I'm not realistically that scared of Double Nice Nature. I mean, I have yet to... I think the last medium CM, I died twice out of 81 races because of Stam debuffers. And it's like, obviously, you know, I could have built around the 2 Stam debuffers, but like it is what it is. But I think Christmas Ogre will be the ace that is attempting to survive everything. I don't know, if I... Maybe my words will bite me in the butt, and in the finals, we face a nice nature wedding Top Gun from both of my opponents. But I think, like, realistically building around that scenario is just not something I want to do. Oh, I guess, yeah, Mummy Creek has Murmur as well now. I don't know, because like for example, last CM I had the Brian who just had Swinging Maestro, and you know she died 20% of the time, or but like 25% of the time because of like rushed and not having a second recovery. But it's like, would she have won the other 20% of the time if I lost 3 mid-race skills on that Brian and bought another recovery skill while also bringing a card that would give me another recovery skill? Would have that improved her win rate? I don't think so. Like, I don't think my Brian would have a 20% win rate if she had double recoveries on late Surger. And by comparison, I think I'd have a higher win rate gambling on my Stam and gambling that Murmur doesn't hit. But I will still bring an ace. Like, I'm not gonna bring all 3 aces to and not have one that survives a double Murmur proc or an all-seeing eyes and Murmur proc. Okay, so I already set up these rooms. It's been a while since I've done this, but I will. So once again, this is through the Discord server /new race. You can enter in through here. If you don't have 3 aces, like as long as you have 1 Uma that can run, you can go ahead and enter. Just fill out the other 2 slots, like fill out all 3 Umas, because I don't want an NPC Uma. Hopefully you guys aren't breaking double Dominator. Like, go ahead and enter through there. I'll pull in like a minute or 2. Hopefully there's enough people. Does everyone have like aces ready for the CM? It's kind of early, I guess. CM's in like 2 weeks. Not that I'm finalized with either of my aces. They're both like 2,000 rating less than what I would want. Yeah, I mean all I have is early builds. I know some people are actually like pretty solid on their builds. Like this Pasa is so bad. Actually, both of them are just so bad. Maruzensky, I'm almost done with Parents. I'll probably just try to make a better Pasa like in the next couple of days. until I finish the Taiki parent that I have, or until I finish a Taiki parent for Marzensky, and then I'll swap over to finishing Marzensky, and hopefully I'll have Christmas Ogre ready. I think as long as I have one side of the lineage with Burning Ignite Stam, I'm just gonna gamble on that. I'm just gonna gamble on 3 white skills, and hopefully one of them procs for Christmas Ogre during my run. I also am not like too stressed about getting Burning Ignite Stam. 777s is already activated at a pretty good timing for this track. Like, it's like a 2 to 5% increase of like the ideal timing for Christmas Ogre's unique with Burning Stam. So if I end up not making the Burning Stam, I'll just ignore it and use 777s as the activator. Because 777s is perfectly fine for this CM. Like, Burning Stam is not mandatory. I really would want Burning Stam for the Arima Keenan, though. Yeah, like, you can just use her in it. You can just go Corner Recovery. I mean, if you're doing Pace Chaser, you can grab... not Goramond, Hydrate, and 777s. I'm just greeting and going for Burning Stam to replace one of them. Yeah. You do not need Burning Stam. It's CM8, like the Arima Keenan, like, it's a lot better to have Burning Stam because After School Stroll and 777s don't... Or After School Stroll doesn't activate, or activates too early, and 777s activates during the last spurt, which isn't ideal. Like, you want to activate before the late race because you want to make use of the speed component into the Excel, and Burning Stam just lets you gamble that it'll activate somewhere close to the end of the race. Or, sorry, to the start of the late race. So, like, 2,000 meters to 2,200 meters, like, 777s is perfectly fine. I am just greedy and, like, a meta slave and really want Burning Stam, which I do not think you need for this CM. Yeah, I really like End Ogre, Christmas Ogre, because, I mean, it's a long track. There's a straight, so straightaway spurt into No Stopping Me is really strong. If you hit After School Stroll, like, you have a mid-race that you can't get paced down from, right? Because the downhill is after the pace down, or the pacing area. So you essentially have a recovery skill and Anchors Away in your kit. And Burning Stam would let you actually activate it at a really good time to win out the race. Will I run Gold Ship again? For CM7? Will I run Gold Ship for the Arima Keenan, though? I do only have one ace so far for the Arima Keenan. I don't know what I'm going to do for the other two. But I am also a Gold Ship merchant. And maybe I shouldn't bring Gold Ship to every single race. Alright. Enough blabbering. Let me go ahead and delete this. So, hopefully everyone that wanted to... Oh! I think I just leaked the room codes. I saw the R and I thought that was race controls. We have no rats. Guys, please. Okay, I'm gonna still pull the 10 people if... Oh, it's been so long since I didn't do it for the long track. I didn't do it that long for the long track, because all I saw was Gold Chip. Yeah, nobody saw anything, right? I don't want to recreate it. Please. Okay. If your name showed up here, I'm gonna go ahead and post the room codes again. If you don't get into a room, we will just do a race. We'll do another race on top of it. So hopefully just try to enter in one. If you don't end up entering, just message in that chat that you didn't end up getting into a room. So I saw that like one or two of these positions got filled out, and then we'll just do an extra race after we watch the first one and get you in there. So we'll go ahead and watch this first race. If all these rooms filled out and you weren't able to get into one, I will. We'll just remake this room and then enter you in. No runaway. Wow, that's actually impressive. I thought for sure all of you would run a Suzu. Nine mid race taking the lead. No groundworks. That's unfortunate. Are you gonna remake this? You just have taking the lead? No groundworks is rough. Nori Taishin on end? I thought, Do you think end is better? I feel like late Taishin. I guess you're out of range for Let's Spawn Some Iron, but end Taishin you're out of range for Nemesis, right? And I felt like looking at Taishin's kit, I liked late Taishin more. Front runner Maru without groundworks or just with taking the lead. We have an Ogre here. Ogre double dom. Alright, let's see. And can work with heavy mid race. I mean, yeah, you have to pass 2 late surgers to enter Nemesis. Has the game been kind of slow for you guys? Just pass double dom for Nemesis. I mean, I saw, it was a build on Miles, right? You run Taishin and Closer for Encroaching Shadow with 2 dead Umas in the back. It's so weird to watch a left-handed race. Alright, so Saiyan, Sky, and Maru both have taken the lead. It's a double front. We won't have to 2x this at least, since it's not a long. Why is it not rainy? That's weird. I put the room on rainy. It's rainy soft, right? Why did I buy pump shooting for victory, not redshift? Because redshift, if you're ever in 5th place, like redshift never activates, shooting for victory it does. So it's just a little bit more consistent to go for shooting for victory. I don't know why it's not raining. It's fine, neither of the front runners had groundworks, right? But I have it on rainy soft for the room setup. On all of them, I'm pretty sure. We can check after this if I'm washed and a fraud. But there's no point in not going for shooting for victory, unless you're really worried that you can't pass 2 people off of an iron proc. But if I am passing somebody with late Pasa, like I'll have Condor's Fury. It doesn't look like I'm being the Saiyan Sky. Oh. Did I die? Did I die at the finish line? Yeah, I really need to get shooting for victory on Maru. Wait, this is firm. Alright, I think you would have won. If I actually put... Wait, why is this room on firm? Oh, I'm a scammer. Okay, well, do not remake this room. I thought I had them all on rainy soft. What? Wait, are they all not on rainy soft? It was that one race? You've gotta be kidding me. Okay, it was one race. If you were in that room, I will go ahead and remake that one as well. Oh my. I am washed. The one room. Sorry. Forgive me. Alright. Yeah, so if you're unable to enter a room, or you're in that first room, go ahead and re-enter in this one. And if you don't get in that one, we'll watch one more right now. And if you're unable to get into this one, I'll remake this room as well. I am a scammer. Concentration, unrestrained. Groundworks. Pretty strong Suzu. Has to hit the... Taiki's the one... These setups with Taiki, I think, are scary. A digital? Tachyon. And then another Ogre. T-Pulse does seem... I mean, T-Pulse is still good. Especially if, like, you enter a room with a front runner. Because you will almost always hit T-Pulse. What are the best inherits for Taiki, if any? Shadow Break's fine. I think Shadow Break's more consistent than T-Time. Unless you're really certain that there won't be front runners in your room. T-Time is really good though. If you're able to activate T-Time as a pace chaser, it's really strong. CM4 Hoguri. That's so weird seeing like pace chasers all the way back here. Because of the runaway. Yeah, Duty of Genie calls Shadow Break are like the two you should go for on a pace. Well, unless you need shooting for victory, obviously. I was like, whose Agnes is this? Why is she so far back? I realized it's my Dominator. Suzuki's too strong? Yeah, I mean, this is like the one race that... Oh, actually, I'm just gonna lose this because I don't have enough mid-race to redshift. Too many front runners. The no stopping me. Actually, not that many people swung out. Yeah, I mean, I missed... Both my uniques just don't work all the way back here. Which is just unfortunate. Yeah, it was just a insane no stopping me proc. I got pushed too far back. Did Suzu proc unrestrained? I wasn't looking. Oh, you have a medium. You have medium A as well. That's your only... Oh, no, you have shooting for victory as well. I thought your only excel was no stopping me. And I was a little worried. I mean, it was just a really good no stopping me proc. You have it on both? No, you have... I think Nimble Nav is good to grab. No stopping me is so expensive. Because you can't get... You only get one hit on it. I guess it doesn't... Yeah, it's not as consistent. But it's kind of hard to see the consistency if not everyone grabs it, right? I gotta cook that room. Alright. Was everyone able to get into a room now? Sorry, I am so washed at this. Okay. The unrestrained didn't proc. Yeah, I mean, this is like realistically the only race that unrestrained can proc. But that's unfortunate it didn't proc. Alright, this is just double Dominator. Late Taishin. This is a fast learner run. You have Sympathy, Long Shot. That's funny. Summer Marzensky front. Saiyan Sky. Really low on power. Which is a little. It's like 600 power on this track. Oh, I guess you have wet conditions, so it's 610. And then a gold chip. That was a really old gold chip. Oh, this is not an old gold chip. I guess Iron Redshift shooting works on an end closer. I think Suzu, you can't realistically... Like, if you want Suzu to win, you realistically can't afford stamp skills. Just because you need so much in order to win. What's my deck for ace runs? 2 speed, 3 wit. Plus Rico. I aim for 800-ish power. I think I can hit probably 850 if my inherits were better. But I think right now I'm running like I'm running 9 stam. I'm borrowing 9 stam. I mean, I just have to high roll on the main parent and hope that I get a good medium and blue spark. Oh, Marzensky has indeed bullied out angling. Can I catch up to this Summer Marzensky? Oh wait, she didn't. Oh, she got swung out. Oh, I didn't pass anybody for... Oh wait, there it is. A little bit late. I don't think she can catch up. Dominators are hitting. Yeah, I don't know if I can pass. Saiyan Sky's ult is so strong. I don't think I can pass this with how weak my Marzensky is. Unfortunate. S plus Saiyan. I guess the low power. I'm surprised the Summer Marzensky didn't. Your Summer Marzensky didn't pass your. Maybe the hill is not as scary as I thought it was. I thought this hill right here, you would struggle to go up with only 610 power, and the Summer Marzensky would pass her. But I guess it's not that big of a hill. I'm surprised you got angling off on this one. Oh well. But you can see here, like, this Marzensky, I think she proc stamped Despair. Like, still live the track-ish. She has 640 stam with a white stam seal. Obviously, if a Murmur procs, that Marzensky is just dead in the water. If a single Murmur or All-Seeing Eye hits, this Marzensky dies. But to actually run the track, you don't need that much. It's just you are quite literally only getting stammed because of Nice Natures and the Super Creeks and the... who else? Wedding Mayos. What is the deck of the Saiyan? Actually not that bad, right? No, not that whaley. You rolled on Bakushin Baku, got a level 45 Rico. 4-star Saiyan. Yeah, I think if I had a better Maru, like, I can win that race. Would have been a 3-link lead if you didn't get hit by the Dominator. Yeah, Rod's still kind of hard to beat on Saiyan Sky. You just have to hope that she's weak. But once again, keep in mind, these room matches aren't really going to be a showing of how the actual CM is going to work. Obviously, you know, you're not going to constantly face S plus Saiyans, guys. Oh. Double runaway. We have another runaway here. Groundwork's taking the lead. I mean, that's all you need. Groundwork's taking the lead. Groundwork's stuff, mid-race, angling, and unrestrained. Obviously, you know, if you're able to get like a fast learner run and grab concentration on top, it's better. But that's really hard to come by. We have a Top Gun here on pace with head on. Wow, big stam. 900. Very low wit for this race. That might be too low wit. Maybe... yeah, that might just be a little too low on wit. Gold City. Ooh, I like this Gold City. This is a really big scroll bar. Ah. You borrowed a 15% race bonus card. I guess you're guts because you're Gold City. Holy. 15, alright, 30%, 40, 50%, 60%? You have 60% race bonus? Jeez. Another Suzu. Oh, this is Jackalock. I see. Forgot your trainer ID changed. 60% race bonus is criminal. I was confused because you were running a Gold City. I only read the second part. These Suzus... will these Suzus die? I think they both hit taking the lead. Are they spot struggling? I don't think I can see it, right? I can't see if they spot struggle or not. But they are running side by side. Yeah, not having Rising Dragon with this Pasta, I think just kills her chances if she's below 6th place. Or if she's 5th. Was there no front runners? Yeah, you have Killer Tunes. Let's see. Pass. My Mario is in a somewhat good spot. One of the Suzus definitely died. That's Suzu in second. We'll see if the Suzu in first can hit an unrestrained. I don't know whose Suzu's in first. I saw the Excel up. It looks like that was angling, not unrestrained. Ooh, really good. Oh, it died as well. But Daiwa hit a really good Resplendent Red Ace. Can I catch up with the Dominator? Can I catch up with the Dominator? No, it doesn't look like it. I lose to Guts anyways. Oh, actually, I caught up to the Daiwa. But I lose because of the Guts diff. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter if you hit unrestrained if you just die from the spot struggle. Yeah, I win there if I had shooting for victory. I really need to get shooting for victory on my Maro. I just haven't done an actual build. I mean, you went way harder with a medium S, right? Like, medium S is a lot more value than me getting shooting for victory on my Maro. Disgusting deck you're running, though. 60% race bonus is actually disgusting. You don't even have max speed, you're 1093. Yeah, 100 more speed, medium S, like you gapped me there. I would hit a pretty good Resplendent Red Ace. Oh, no medium S as well. Yeah, and we're all working with some very subpar aces. Like, my Maru is not good by any means. Yeah, these Susans just died. They had to have spot struggled. And like, there's nothing you can like dropping would essentially be 3 skills. Like, this Suzu would have to drop fast pace, front runner straightaways, front runner corners, and probably tail held high to pick up a recovery skill. And even then, I don't think it survives the spot struggle. And it's like you're just losing out on too much to try to win in a room when one of your opponents brings a Suzu that also has taken the lead in groundworks. You're refarming parents? Yeah, I'm refarming parents. Well, I'm almost done with the parents for this Maru. I just need to get a Taiki. Once I get the Taiki, I can actually make a good Maru. Yeah, I'm really worried that I won't get Christmas Ogre done in time. But I just gotta grind it out. I've been in the mines for so long. I think maybe I just cut my losses and don't go for Burning Sam for Ogre this time. Pace Maru is already making me annoyed. Trying to hit the medium S off of 2 parents and Barrows might be cutting it too close. We have an Aishin Flash here, Iron into shooting on your left as well. No stopping me gamble. A Bourbon, wow. Dodging danger, prudent, taking the lead. No groundworks. And a Rice Shower. 936 stam. That is a lot. Should be a Rice Shower front runner. Left-handed, taking the lead. Interesting. Maruzensky. Pace. Wait, is this a Pace Maru? Oh, you have shooting on yours. You have a level 50 Nice Nature as well. Do you take angling for front Maru? Yeah, I think it's still worth, unless you're running a Suzu, I think it's still worth grabbing angling on all your front runners. Double shooting, like, So are you expecting that there will be a Suzu, like, or if you think there's going to be a Suzu in every single CM lobby? Because you will not get angling, even if the Suzu dies, you just will not get angling. So if you think that people are bringing Suzus to every single CM match, then you can also forego angling. How many blue sparks do I aim for on my own parents? 7 to 9. Like, a minimum 2 stars. I don't think I'd ever run a 1-star blue spark. You grab no stopping me if you're bringing a Suzu. It could be worth it. I think Nimble Nav is worth it. I think, like, with the other options for Excel, Nimble Nav is good enough. It's not like there's like an uphill that you need to overcome. Oh, my Maru might die here with this rush. But it's not like there's like an uphill that you need to overcome. So hitting like a bunch of Excel isn't as strong. Nimble Nav, hitting a Nimble Nav is good enough. Like, you don't necessarily need the 0.4. Yeah, my pass is so bad. You buy England, you're fine with the thoughts of your Suzu dying with double Suzu, but you can't overtake. Even if that happens, it's wasted. She just doesn't die out fast enough. Like, okay, let's see here. So that was like the corner into the late Excel. Like, there's not that many people that could hit Nimble Nav, right? Like, everyone's spread out here. So it's just a little bit inconsistent. I just think no stopping me is too expensive to grab when you want all this mid race. I might just lose because I don't have enough stats with the rush. Yeah, I'm slowing down. I died. Oh, the rush killed me. My pasta's doing a lot worse than I thought she would. I guess because everyone's playing fronts right now. So it's really hard for lates. Like, if there is 6 fronts and pace chasers, I don't think lates even have a chance. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess this late, there's only 4, right? So this flash had a chance. Yeah, I died. I got rushed. I only have 620 stam. Like, I cannot survive a rushed. Pretty good flash. You got medium S as well. Are you trying to improve this flash? It looks pretty good. What else would you want? I guess more mid-race instead of in body and mind. I think that's like the only skill that... Like, these two are a little iffy. But it's pretty strong flash. This far out, 2 weeks before. Like, there's not much more you can improve besides, you know, switching out these. Oh, thank you for the $5. Am I done ranking rooms now? We just do it in sets of 5. Just so people who signed up. Which is why, like, I'm opening up more rooms like this. I'm planning to go on for another, like, hour or so. Just spending a lot more time on the actual rooms since this is, like, the first time I've done it for this one. So I want to spend a little bit more time looking at people's builds. So once we watch this one last race, I'm going to re-poll everybody. And yeah, it's going to be through the Discord, which is linked down below. I'm going to pull another set of 10 once we finish this last room. Are recovery skills even needed? Only if you're scared of Nice Nature. Like, you would need, you know, 2 whites counteracts a red. Or 2 whites counteracts a red. So if you have, like, higher wit, like 850-ish, like, you can think about grabbing 2 whites over grabbing, like, swinging my show and bringing, like, a Super Creek or a Rice Shower. I think there'll be more Dominators or Nice Natures. They're most likely going to be more Nice Natures. I don't think Global has started to bring Dominators. And I don't think they ever will. I think Big Stam and, like, Nice Nature has just been spread so much that Nice Nature is just more important. Yeah, I'll pull up the signups once we finish this last room, and I'll show the process for it. No taking the lead. Oh, Bourbon didn't give it to you. That is unfortunate. We have a Suzu with taking the lead, groundworks, angling. Double S. Wow. Pace Tachyon with crazy amount of stam. Oh, it was must have been an old one. November 18th. Iron Shooting. Yeah, I like Iron Shooting more than Iron Redshift. Just because, like, with all of this mid-race, there's always the worry that you'll be faced in a weaker lobby, and you'll just have too much mid-race and push too far forward. And then you have no Excel. Whereas, like, if you're in a weak lobby with all of this mid-race, and you push up to 4th place, at least shooting will still do something. And even in 4th place, you're a late surger with an insane amount of power in 4th place. At least that's how I see it. Like, I think now, my thoughts on, like, the actual CM is that you cannot build around, like, what other people will bring. Like, I think your team kind of just needs to be self-sufficient. Because like, almost all of my CMs now, I always expect one of my plans to work based on my opponents, and it just never ends up working. Like, my Super Creek was promoting too much because I just thought people would have more than 700 power. And then My Taiki didn't do too well because I wasn't bringing 2 Umas to chariot my Taiki for the mile. Yeah, I'm not saying like Nice Nature doesn't exist. Like, you should always like keep it in mind. But I think building all of your Umas to survive Nice Nature is just too much. Oh, my bad. I didn't realize. Yeah, let me take her down. Man, my pasta is kind of glue. I'm still in the back of the late surger pack. I'm actually surprised this one and done Maru is doing as well as she has been. But I guess it's because we have runaways, which favors pace chasers and front runners a lot more. I definitely want to improve my pasta. What is with this artifacting on the right here? Oh! Was that a good unrestrained? That might have been too early. Oh. My pasta is swinging out to Narnia. My pasta just swung out. Why is she all the way over there? Can I pass the Suzu? Or is it not enough? Just barely. I think if your unrestrained was delayed by like... If your unrestrained was just a couple more meters in forward, I think you win that. Like, you got a really bad unrestrained proc. It looked like it procced as soon as the third corner started. Because it procced where Redshift procced. Yeah, your princess was coming up, but I think she had to walk around me. Your princess was faster than me, it's just... she was stuck behind me. So she had to maneuver to the next lane and then pass my Maru at the finish line. Yeah, by a neck is literally just... or more speed. But your unrestrained didn't proc that well. It was right... Oh, sorry, not the third corner. It was right at the start of the final corner, because it looked like it procced when I procced Redshift. So it looked like the start. Pace Maru! It's doing pretty good. Until I get bullied out of 5th place. If I can't be top 5, this Pace Maru explodes. Like how my pasta's exploding. I guess if I got shooting for victory on that Maru, these races maybe won't be as close. Alright, we have watched all 5, so... Sorry, I kind of forgot how to do this. Slash roll all. Wait, hold up. How do I do this again? Okay. So I'm gonna let me remove it from. So I'm gonna remove the signups from everybody, which is what's going on right now, and then in the Champions Meet channel, I will I'll put up the signups, and then you can enter in through there, and then I'll pick out 10 people who have signed up through here. It's people are messaging, so it's gonna kind of go away. But you can click this button right here to click enter, and then 10 people will get access to the room codes that I have. Let me remove the old people, and then we will pick. And hopefully this time I won't leak the room codes. But I'll pick in like a minute or so. I'm surprised none of you guys... I guess we've only looked at 10. I do think front OG Maru is better. Because it's a lot easier to be in position for redshift. I mean, I'm not gonna build up front. She's is also probably just stronger if you do OG Maru with like a Suzu. And then what's the comp? Suzu Maru Taiki? Is that the meta slave comp? Let me bring down front versus pace Taiki. Yeah, Taiki is awkward because her conditions are so strict, right? You have to be third or fourth. I think it depends on if you're running fronts or not. Because if you're running two front runners, it might be better to run her on front. But I think if you're not planning on running front runners, pace Taiki is still better. And you use your inherits to cram as much final corner, or not final corner, but corner mid-race. Alright, I'm gonna take down the signups, delete. And then will not leak the codes. I will use my bot to pull out 10 people. Bot's been a little slow. And then I will not access the room codes on the screen, so I won't leak it. But if your name popped up here, if you're one of these 10 people, I will go ahead and post the room codes for you in a secret channel. And you go ahead and enter through there. You sent in the meta slave comp. Is it Suzu Maru Taiki? I feel like that's the meta slop comp. The meta slop. Seems to be the three like top tiers. You made a Jordan? Oh, here it is, the Jordan. We got you got your nice nature, no stopping me. I was gonna say no stopping me iron. Ooh. 1-star shooting, that's a little hard to get. Shooting iron, no stopping me, rising dragon. Yeah, rising dragon seems pretty good. What's your tech for this? Wow, 1136 power? I guess 20% power. 3 speed and 20% power gets you to 1136. Really? I guess we're not on firm ground, so you don't need to remove that. That is funny. Oh, you kind of have nothing on this. Meisho Dodo. Actually, Dodo seems... I guess I mean, you're entirely reliant on hitting iron, right? One of these three. Actually, realistically, only iron. You have to be 6th place for iron to go into Never Goof Up. No speed star. Dodo's always weird to try to get her ult to activate. And then a runaway. Alright, gonna be kind of breezing through these. Late Dodo, okay, yeah. Is there a unique Uma? Oh, there's a unique Uma everywhere, but I am the loser that's bringing a Dominator. Is Suzu Glue without taking the lead? Yeah. Like, you really need Taking the Lead and Groundworks to pop. You do not need to drop 5 memberships to join. It is completely random. It has early lead. Yeah, but you're still losing like 30%, like, initial acceleration. Without taking the lead. Like, this gap between my Maru and your Suzu, I guess because there's also no front runners, is a lot shorter. I don't know what skills you proc because I can't see your groundworks for your early lead. But you realistically need to hit both of them at the start in order to create your lead. Has my Tachyon managed to ult? Mine's a Dominator. Mine is unfortunately a debuffer. I am not running her as an ace. Because realistically, this is the team I'm bringing until Christmas Ogre comes out. Alright, Condor's Fury into 6. Stole Iron. Okay, Pasa, into shooting. You missed the wit check on shooting? Ah. Yeah. Condor into stealing pump. Unfortunately, I missed the shooting, but the 1 second of Condors into the let's pump some iron was enough. I think I need Rising Dragon though to like actually have that work. I think that's the issue with this Pasa. Rising Dragon would make it a little bit more consistent. Unfortunately, I can't get Shadow Break because I need to get shooting and iron, so it's really inconsistent to try to get Shadow Break. So I don't know if I'm gonna end up being able to get Shadow Break for Pasa. 3 inherits seems pretty hard to get. But yeah, if I could just get more stam and maybe replace swinging with Rising Dragon, it could be good enough. Yeah, your Opera was a little scary. I mean, it passed my Marzensky. All your lates got flung out, so you couldn't hit no stopping me. Do you have no stopping me on everyone? Oh, you don't have it on Jordan. How much stam does Christmas Ogre need for this CM? I'd probably just aim for like 700. I mean, you can probably go a little bit lower than 700 with a 7% recovery. But honestly, it's kind of hard for my runs at least, to go under 700. I guess you could change your inherits, right? You can just inherit 0 stam. I actually don't know what the number is for a 7% recovery. Two Suzus, 2 Maras, 2 Taikis. Is Fantasy Pasta even off meta? I would say the only off meta thing is Air Groove. I don't know if that has enough mid-race. Marzensky. Man, your guys' decks are kind of better than mine. Everyone's decks feels better than mine. I feel like I'm working with scraps. As I say with, you know, I mean, I have Kitasen, I guess. I guess maybe I'm not working with pure scraps. What's my deck? Kitasen, 3 SRs, and an SSR. Everyone's decks are kind of crazy. You guys... Yeah, no one did pull on that Pasa. I mean, I caught it from a spook. No Fuku. Fuku's awkward because she gives 0 race bonus, and you can't use right-handed. Well, I mean, I'm not running Super Greek on my Pasa, on my Maru, so it's just Kitasen Black. But yeah, so I am obviously still a whale. Yeah, I guess everyone who's building aces now, like, have good decks, right? Have I seen your pulls, B? No, I have not. Do you need a front if you do runaway? You should try to get one. No Kitasen in 400 pulls. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, I really don't like the Wit card, the Fuku Wit card. Like, 0 race bonus, like, the only reason why you would run it is for right-handed. And, like, this is a left-handed track. So the Fuku Wit card is just, I don't know, it's just not enough. Like, the race bonus is just so important to get skills. I mean, at least you have max limit break, right? Wait, I think the Suzu just hit a really good understrain. Please die, please die, please die. Actually, I think I lose to the other Maru anyways. Oh, she did die. That was a really good unrestrained proc. But the duel with the other Maru kind of killed him. Okay, yeah, maybe I shouldn't chant that. I got second. What's the other Maru? Front runner? Yeah, you just have more mid-race than me. And I think with Suzu, front runner Maru is a lot stronger. Because it's really hard for me to close the gap to the front runner Maru. I guess you also had angling. Oh, you also have 1000 power. So you're running 2 power cards. Yeah, it's way too hard for me to gap that. With 2 runaways, like, you just get so much distance on my Maruzenski. Yeah, front Maru I think is a lot stronger with, especially if you're running a Suzu. But I don't think, like, I'm not gonna, like, I'd have to run solo front Maru, like, that's not gonna be strong. I also will never run a front runner. You will never see me bring a front runner. Sorry, let me say I will probably never bring a front runner to a CM. I might bring it to League of Heroes if I really need to. But I don't believe in League of Heroes. I think League of Heroes is Mickey Mouse. I think more power is better on a non-front runner. I'm just heavily invested in Wit on Maru. Like, 800 power is good enough. Which is why, and like, Maru is just better off running a speed stam. But I think I would value a little bit more power. If you max Wit Dominator on Unity Cup, realistically, do you need a remake for Man or Grand Live? No, I don't think the extra one... Well, it would have to be for Grand Live, because Grand Live is when the first instance of stat, like the stat increase happens. Mant does not increase stats. So if you have a 1200 Wit, like, at most, you would have to try to remake it in Grand Live. In Grand Live, I think... Does Grand Live... How much stats does Grand Live increase for Wit? Does it even increase Wit? I know it increases speed to 1600. Wit goes to 1300? I think Wit goes to 1300, which is like less than 1% of difference between, you know, 1200 Wit and 1300 Wit. When the Unity Cup rework comes out, though, which is a couple months after Grand Live releases, I believe, like 1 or 2 months after Grand Live releases, and you want to run a debuffer, you would have to do it in the updated Unity Cup. Because that stat increases way too much. It's 1800, I think, when the Unity Cup rework comes out. And you need to remake it there. Because the difference between 1200 and 1800 is a lot more. But a 100 increase, stat increase in Wit only gives you 50 extra Wit, which is like less than 1%. What is this, an end closer Taishin with a dead Haru to push her up? Interesting. Yeah, it'll be 1250 wit, which is like why I'm saying like it's not really worth the effort. Obviously, you know, if you want 50 more wit, then go for it. Liberty, you're bringing a Taiki? And oh, okay, I thought you were running double. I thought you were running double dom hybrid with your Taiki. At least you didn't grab Dominator on your Symboli, I guess. Yeah. It's super logarithmic, which is why it's not that important to go get 1300 wit. 1800 wit though, like 1500 wit when the stats get squished is a big difference. Yeah, it's 1400 speed max, which is still 200 extra speed. So, like, Rudolph is never debuffer. Yeah, stat squish, anything past 1200, you have to divide by 2. Does the wit curve change? The wit curve doesn't change, but it always works in a logarithmic function because it's 9000 divided by x. I guess that's just how it's gonna end up working. Oh. Yeah, this is a weird room because there's no front runners, so the Taiki's in second, so Taiki just doesn't have an ult. Which is why, in terms of me running Pace Maru or Pace Taiki, I'd like Pace Maru more, because she's self-sufficient. Right, her entire hit can be used as long as she's 5th through 1st. Even though Taiki technically does own the stronger ult. I think I'm just scarred by how weak my Taiki was in the last mile. I really think you need to chariot your Taiki. Oh, I stole Iron again? Oh, I'm not catching up though. Into shooting. Yeah, Taiki just doesn't have her unique, because she was stuck in second. And, I mean, pace promoted OG Maru is essentially a front runner. Wait, Pasa? Oh, if the Shred Away Adept was a little bit earlier. 650 stand for 500 guts. With superior heal? Yeah, I haven't worked out the numbers there. Do you need on your left on lates? It's a little bit less consistent on a 2000 meter track. But Nice Nature Wit's just a really good card to bring. I don't think I borrowed it here. So it's not like the worst thing to grab. Like on your left, because Nice Nature Wit is just a strong card. It gives you 15% race bonus, is the second best Wit card right now. And you kind of want to train your Wit because you don't have to train as much stam. So if you're able to bring Nice Nature, and realistically there isn't any other skills you can grab on your left, is fine. I think... what was I trying to say? I think Slick Surge is also good. Like Slick Surge, gambling on Slick Surge and Nimble Nav. Just because Late Surgers kind of just need everything to end up working in the first place. Because like you shouldn't, like on your... unless you're like, you know, Condor Pasa who has an acceleration or ult or something, you kind of just need anything to push forward. Oh, did I block out the Taishin? Was this Taishin supposed to win? Oops. Yeah, this Taishin was probably... This Taishin most likely was faster than my Pasa. But I just blocked her out in Maru 1. Oh, okay. Superior. Sorry, I was not reading your... I was not reading your message. Yeah, I probably just aim for 700, though. I think, like, the extra power isn't that important, and I'd rather extra stam just a little bit more. So I think 700 is a good goal to go for. Yeah, I mean, I think the issue with Taiki is you kind of have to run your own fronts. Like, you have to be fully self-sufficient. I don't think you can rely on, like, the room makeup to get third and fourth. But your Taiki probably wins there if there was two front runners, right? It's hard to say. I don't think, like, a Taiki just would not work in my team comp. Because it's just... I think she'd just be too far forward. At least my Maru, if I'm first place, I still have access to everything. I have a Ryan with on your left, no stopping me. I was going to say no iron. Okay. Duty of Dignity calls shooting for victory. Speedstar, no stopping me. Restless Groundworks. 1, 2. You have no Groundworks. Oh no, you have early lead as your third trigger. So you're trying to hit both of your double wit check on 868. Ogre Cat. Our ticket to win. No stopping me. Slick Surge. Iron. Runaway Suzu. Suzu's good. Taking the lead Groundworks. Triggers. Another flash. Holy Midas, my eyes. What lane? Rushing Gale? There has to be a... Can a late even win in the upcoming CM? I mean, I think my Pasa can win. If I think lates can win. I just think, like, an Oshi late is a lot harder to win with. Like, Meiji Orion and Condor Pasa both have acceleration and they're unique, which I think increases their odds a lot more. Otherwise, you don't have that much in your toolkit. Because Dober, you can't use Dober for this track. Well, you can use Dober, but you can't inherit Dober. Let me restate that. I think it depends on your opponents. Like, obviously, you're gonna, like, in like top tier, I think this track is very favored for front pace. But I think late, you know, have more potential on, like, just stat sticking your opponents. But in, like, a CM, in the CM rooms, like, I definitely think it's gonna be very pace and front heavy. Just because they have the most, not potential, but ceiling. Like, they just have a very high upper ceiling that's very consistent. Lates are just, I mean, by nature, lates are just gambly. Pretty late unrestrained from the Suzu. I actually don't think it's gonna win. Oh, I think I'm gonna... Do I win off dump? Oh wait, no, Triumphant Pulse is gonna scam me. I'm gonna get scammed by a Triumphant Pulse. Yeah, Dominator's... I mean... I think also my team looks a little stronger, because it looks like I'm the only one bringing a Dominator. So, like, if I'm winning, and I'm the only one with a Dominator, you have to add a link to everything, right? Like, I'm the only one with a Dominator here, so this Ogre Cap actually beat me by 2 lengths, right? Because a Dominator is essentially 1 length. If a Dominator hits and a Hesitant hits, it's about a length of distance. Because it's 0.25 for 3 seconds for this, which is 1.5 meters, and then it's 0.15 for 3 seconds with Hesitant, which ends up being 0.9 meters. So it's 0.9 meters plus 1.5 meters, so 2.4 meters, which is 0.1 meters off of a length. So like this McQueen, without the Dominator hit, this McQueen would have won. Or beaten my Maru Zenski. Like, just, that's another thing you have to keep in mind, like, with my team, is that if I'm winning by less than a length, or losing, yeah, if I'm winning by less than a length, then usually I would have lost if I was running Triple Ace. Because I'm bringing a Dominator, and this is a medium track. You're running Rudolph with double dom, but against top. I mean, I think the issue is like the CM room matches right now are very, very front heavy, and if you are not 6th place, you, as a late surger, you kind of just have no chance. Like you have to be 6th place. You need to hit an acceleration skill in order to catch up. You can't stat stick like these CM room matches. And it's just really hard to like engineer your way up there, since it solely depends on how your rooms end up working. Yeah, or you can just hit it on your left. Maruzinski, Suzu, Dominator. Is your Dominator in pace to bully out a Taiki? That's kind of funny. You have a digital. Kawakami. And then, ooh, a nice nature ace. Shooting iron. Or hit, no stopping me. Yeah, I guess you can also, yeah, you also have no stopping me. You're just gambling that one of your excels hit. And like that's just unfortunately how this is unfortunately how it works. Yeah, it's more inconsistent in this one. Like everyone spreads out. Is it? The final corner is at 225, so everyone spreads out about 100 meters before. Like 100 meters is 40 lengths. Like for 40 lengths, since that would be an easier way to visualize it, or listen, for 40 lengths, like your Uma has a chance to go into the atmosphere. But yeah, I mean it's gambly. Like there's always a chance it works. Pretty low on fronts, my pasta pushed up. I can hit Condor's Fury. Condor's Fury max just hit right here. Ooh. That looked like a really good understrain. Like on that corner right there where Maru ulted, like people can get flunked out. And you can see here, everyone's pretty flunked out. The Nice Nature and the digital look pretty close together. But like my Umas got flung out to like the 18th lane over. Right? So it's like, but like if this Nice Nature had no stopping me, I mean this is way too late for no stopping me to hit. But they were pretty close together. So there's a chance there that they could have proc no stopping me. Lost to the unrestrained proc. When do you get a reliable late excel? You get one for long tracks with Lose Yourself. But also, I guess you have access to no stopping me. Yeah, I mean, Lose Yourself is the most consistent one. But even with a Dominator hit, it wasn't enough to... Oh wait, no, you have a Dominator. Okay, never mind. Close. Yeah, Suzu hit a really good unrestrained proc, I think. It was like a little bit after the late race started. But Late's whole shtick is that they don't have access to reliable Excel. Yeah, they kind of always are gamblers. At least in terms of like being able to like... Actually, no. I think even... Yeah, no, never mind. Even Gentle Donna is a pace chaser, even though she can run pace in late. Yeah, no, like the whole shtick is to not have reliable Excel. So, I mean, your unreliable skills become slightly more reliable. Like, you know, the activation window shortens by 50. Yeah, I guess technically Christmas Ogre for this track, if you had it on late, is consistent with triple sevens. But like in terms of like a Excel that everyone would have access to, it's kind of hard to say like there's something that's reliable. I mean, there's like some things that kind of work for lates. Like King Halo Cheer is a acceleration that works on final straights. So usually in sprints and miles have the final straight, but this one you can't be higher than fifth place. You can't be higher than sixth place, so you have to be sixth or lower the entire 50% of the race. And then on that last straight, you get the excel, which is a little bit more end closer coded, even though King Halo herself is a late surger. Usually end closers inherit this, even though it's supposed to be on a late surger. And then there's coming soon. We have Blinding Flash from Ruby, which I wouldn't really recommend pulling on this card for it. But Blinding Flash, or Lightning Speed. What's it called in English? Lightning Speed. Okay, never mind. Not Blinding Flash. Sorry, that's King Halo's gold. Lightning Speed. You have to be fifth place or lower, and if you're about to overtake someone during the late race, your acceleration will increase. That's more reliable than, gambling that your skill will activate. But this is another end close. The issue is that like both of these can be used on late surgers. It's just end closers use them better, right? Like a Taishin with lightning speed and King Halo Cheers ability is just stronger than a late surger. But these are for sprints and miles. For mediums, you're supposed to bring Ryan and Dober, but those are, like that's contingent on you being sixth place. And then you can also bring No Stopping Me. I think late surgers are just somewhat weak. Game favors pace chasers and a little bit of end closers more. Will HP debuffers give you more links than dominators if they borderline died? I don't think so. But if they flat out die, obviously it would give out more. Yeah, you can use... Yeah, there's like the Shino Flowers ult. I'm just saying like in the coming like half year to a year, that's like kind of what it is. It's just like late surgers from now until quite literally basically forever are just in a weird spot. If you roll for Jordan, should you run her pace then? Jordan's kind of not good right now. You kind of need to wait for Evas to come out for her to become like usable. I mean, I guess she's kind of usable now. I think you would rather play her as... I think for this track, yeah, you probably want to run her pace instead. Go ahead and enter through here for the next 5. Oh, actually, wait, don't enter in yet, because I don't think I removed the old signups. Sorry. Let me do that real quick. I don't know. Lates, I think, are just in such a weird spot, essentially forever, where they're just like, in between pace chasers' strengths and end closer strengths. And like an end closer can do what a late can do, but better. But then if end closers are weak, pace chasers are stronger, and then the pace chasers can do what the late surgers can do, but better. I think it's like it's late surgers like cells that late surgers have access to, an end closer can just simply use better. So it's really hard to say like where they stand. What would I consider myself in terms of maining a style? Yeah, probably pace. I think most of my stuff is geared towards pace, and I enjoy pace because it gives me a chance of beating the front runners, or at least until. But I guess once like Gentle Donna and like Chronogenesis come out, then it's just a pace meta. Does that mean I'm doing Umastan ground? I'm only doing Umastan. I don't do groundworks. I don't play front runners. Okay, sorry. I think that rant really distracted me. All right, let me put up the new signups here. Oh, Umastan being the third trigger. I don't think it's worth it. I think you are essentially using, because you have to get the 3 greens as well, or the 2 greens. Sorry, not the 3 greens. It's 200 SP for it. Like it's, I don't think it's that worth going for this for just in general. Unless you played this game like 20 runs a day and like you had infinite time, then yeah, go for it. But I think sometimes some things get spun out of pocket, or not out of pocket, out of control, and they're like, you have to have this or you're glued, and like everything is under the assumption that you're doing like 20 runs a day, chasing for the perfect build. My ace pace parents, they're not good. Neither of my Rzensky's parents are not good. It's literally pace chaser sparks, so I could have hit pace A for an example run. So I do not have pace parents right now, because I still need to make the Taiki shuttle. Like both of my Umas are stand-in builds, because I haven't done the parents for them. Actually, no, I'm gonna reuse some Taiki that I have for Pasa, and then borrow the other side. I was gonna use a medium sparks for Pasa. It's fine. No, you do not need to spend money for my lotto. I do not. But okay, the signups are. I'm gonna take down the signups, and then I will go ahead and pull 10 people. Going for a late and then a pace. Yeah, I think pace is kind of hard to beat out. I mean, actually no, because Marozensky, or not Marozensky, Taiki Shadow doesn't have like mid race in her kit, so you can, I believe, beat out a. You can beat out a Taiki for her positioning. I think if you were running an Uma that had positioning like, actually I don't know anything off the top of my head right now. But I think like Taiki isn't that scary because you can build a pace chaser that beats her out for her positioning. The Discord bot does in fact not factor in how much money you spend. It is completely random because I'm too lazy to update it. Okay, if your name showed up down there, I will go ahead and give you access to the room codes. And then we'll go ahead and watch these races. Participates. Yeah, Tachyon has a pretty... Tachyon I feel is awkward, because sometimes you just lose out on her unique, right? And you would want the mid-race from her unique. But yeah, Tachyon does have, like, mid-race in her kit, which helps. I think that's, like, the one thing that, you know, Maru is just weaker. Not Maru, Taiki is just a bit weaker at. Because she doesn't have, you know, the Mile Maven and the changing gears that she had access to on the Mile track. Alright, we got here Symboli with Dominator. Wait, why does your Symboli have Dominator? If she's in position to hit Dominator, doesn't she just lose? You're running double Dom, right? Like, if she's 6th place or lower for the late race, unless Dominator hits right at the start of the late race, like, you would need Dominator to hit right away in order for it to be effective. You had nothing else? Okay. So I got a little confused because I was like, you have a hybrid, but 2 other Dominators. And then we saw this team, the Haru, to push up Taishin so she can hit Nemesis. And you also have a Mature Orion. Am I the only pace chaser? Wait, no one has Let's Pump Some Iron. Because we have 4 Umas with, like, debuffs. The 4 slots for Iron are occupied by Dominators. Taishin has a chance here, right? Nemesis carryover. Do you have shooting on this? I forgot about it. If this Taishin has shooting, probably no, because then she's gonna push up to 2nd. What a weird lobby. I mean, we had a decent amount of fronts in our previous room. This is the... I guess we had one room where there was no front runners. This is our second one. But yeah, no one has access to Let's Pump Some Iron, because we all have too much mid-race that beat out the debuffers. It should be a Maru win, right? Just because, like... Actually, Pasa is in a good spot if I hit Condor. If I hit Condor into shooting, I think I can catch up. Like, I think Condor into shooting can catch up to just only Redshift. Oh, never mind, I'm going to Narnia. Never mind, my Pasa decided to take the longest length lead. Wait, I'm losing to the double dom. With the 1 length loss from double dom. Okay, I was correct that... Oh, I died. Level 3 Condor, I didn't do any extra races. I failed the mile one. The extra races I do are the secret event miles. So the NHK and the Mile Champions, I think, is the other one. But I think I failed the one before the Derby. So this Pasa run, I ended up not going for it. Where is it? Yeah. NHK, you have to win the NHK, the one that's with the Japan Cup in Classic Year, and then the other mile that I'm blanking on right now. This Pasa run I was going to glue because I failed this G1. But if you win those 3, there's the secret event that gives her the 30 speed, 30 wit, and like some skill points. But I will have level 4 once I actually make the Pasa. This was a throwaway run because I wanted to test if Super Creek was better than Rico, and she is not. Like, I'm just gonna run Rico. It wasn't worth throwing in a Super Creek. But this Pasa I will improve on. I will improve on both my aces. Yeah, my Maru died. Looks like everyone had Subdue Pace. Subdue Pace. Subdue Pace. I died to 3%. How Suzu has run away won once? I don't think Suzu has actually won. We had no. We had one really good unrestrained proc, right? Yeah, there was one win with a good unrestrained proc. Everyone else has been either double Suzus or a bad unrestrained proc. Is Suzu a fraud? I think the issue is that there's so many Suzus right now in these rooms that, like, I mean, half of them were double Suzus, and you just die in the spot struggle. Oh, one of these rooms haven't failed out. You're in quite a few room matches with Rudolph. Well, I mean, you had no access to. I mean, we had 4 Dominators, or sorry, 4 debuffers, so it was really hard for a late to win there. McQueen, Taiki, Gold City, Air Group. Is your Air Group on late? Interesting. And then Maru, Suzu. Yeah, hard to say how well my Maru would have done. I mean, I just got hit by all the debuffs, and my Maru is not living that. Okay, this... have you seen a Taiki win yet? No, right? This Taiki has a good chance here. Only 2 fronts. Has to beat out 1 Pace Chaser for positioning.
さあ花に立ったのはサイレンス鈴鹿このままリードすることができるか先頭から大きく離されて2番手は8番マルゼンスキー向こう上面に入って先頭はサイレンス鈴鹿前から大きく開きました間延びした展開です
Oh, actually I've been streaming for a lot longer than I thought. Alright, I think this is going to be my last rooms for today's stream. I don't have that much time today, and I think I rambled too much instead of doing rooms. But I will try to stream tomorrow as well, and continue to do these room matches. Because it's interesting seeing everyone's builds. I just really need to make my Umas better. I'm kind of being up, like... I think the win rates on my Umas look slightly better, just because I'm running a Dominator. Like, I don't think I've won a match where the Dominator wouldn't have helped me win. I don't think I've ever had more than a length lead on the second place person. Oh, are we gonna see a front win? Or is this Taiki gonna be able to take? Or am I gonna scam another victory with Dominator? Like, that's another room match where I literally only won because I had a Dominator in. Which is like... Like, I'm losing by a length there if I don't have a Dominator in. But this is the team comp I'm gonna end up bringing anyways. But yeah, I like Dominator because my Maru is completely self-sufficient on Redshift, right? Like, as long as I'm top 5, I still have access to Redshift, which is why I feel like my comp, I can run Dominator. Pasa too, Pasa's completely self-sufficient on Fury into shooting or Fury and pump. But I think not everybody can bring a Dominator, and I'm literally only winning because of that. You have to, like, look at your team comp. Like, I know I can get away with double ace with this team comp. I'm not replacing anyone with Christmas Ogre. It depends on what the win rate of my... I think my Pasa is gonna be. If my Pasa is doing good in the actual CM, I will replace my Dominator with Christmas Ogre. Otherwise, I'm replacing Pasa. Because I would rather run Maru. We have a Suzu here on the unrestrained combo. 4 mid-race, wow. And Duty of Dignity calls. You have 5 mid race. You have a Taiki here. And then Ogre. No stopping me on your left. Blade Surger. Another Suzu. These Suzus are just dead. Front Maru, which I still think is just better than Pace Maru. And then a Dominator. Yeah, I mean, the Suzus are just are just dead in the water. I think Taiki's gonna have a really hard time, though. Taiki's gonna have a hard time to hit. Taiki has to overtake me. I mean, I guess it has more mid-race than my Maru. Your Pablo obbies aren't that front-heavy? I think early on it was super front-heavy, because I think everyone was running a Suzu. Yeah, fronts are also just always in that awkward situation where you really want to run 2 aces, whether that be a runaway and a front or a double front. So you lose more chances, like, the comp is a lot more awkward with a Dominator in it. Yeah, when I was looking at the room matches earlier, like, there was a Suzu everywhere. Suzu, I think, should have about, like, a 30% win rate. Front Maru. Yeah, front Maru is just way too strong. This was artifacting up there. I did hit both of my Excel. Yeah, no. I don't even catch up to this, this Taiki. Taiki, I think, has the only one that has a chance against the front runner Maru. I wasn't able to bully Taiki out of her positioning, but I wasn't gonna beat this Maru anyways. But I got gapped. Even with a Dominator, I got gapped. Actually, no, someone else is bringing a Dominator, right? Ah, still lost by 2 links. It wouldn't have mattered. This is a Dominator Symboli? Yeah. Hmm. 1 1/4 links. I don't think you won off of Dominator. 1 1/4 links. Yeah, I think in this makeup, like with runaways, if there's a runaway, I think fronts just have so much more, like, stronger potential, even with losing access to angling. Though you have to have, you know, red shift or shooting for victory as a front runner, if it's a Suzu lobby. Because obviously losing access to angling with Suzus is really bad. But you can build around there being a Suzu in your lobby. You probably shouldn't have gotten angling. Yeah, I don't think so. It was like, I think no matter what, even in double Suzu lobbies, like, one of them won't die out fast enough to be able to use it. I think if you're, like, running a second front runner instead of a Dominator, even shooting for victory is fine. Because if you're doing 2 fronts and a runaway, you know, one of your fronts will be in 3rd place. But Dominator's fine. I think Suzu, Maru, Dominator also works. But if you're planning on bringing a 3rd ace, you could look into bringing shooting, especially on Maru, since Maru actually has decent affinity with Taiki. It's her 2nd best affinity, I believe. Suzu Daiwa Maru, yeah. I think technically, like, the meta swap is Suzu Taiki Maru, because obviously owning the ult is stronger. Alright, we've seen Liberty's team comp pace or front Dominator. Wow, denying my pace promotion? Rude. Actually, it's not even denying my pace promotion. I guess because you need your Taiki to be forward, right? Maru, front runner, Suzu, Seiyun. Yeah, I think 2 front Suzu is really strong if you have a strong deck to support it. I think 2 front Suzu is like the most pub stompy. Ooh, you don't own a Taiki? Yeah. Then that's a lot harder to do. But I do feel like Suzu double front is just because you just get to bully out all the pace chasers. Because what, one pace chaser gets 4th, and then all you have to worry about is the late surgers who are in 6th. Yeah, no, but all my wins are so bad. I think I did both of these runs in 1 attempt. Like actually no, my Maru I did 3 attempts and only 1 of them got medium S, which I think is pretty apparent. And then I did 1 attempt on this Pasa. I got medium S on the first one because I can actually run medium spikes for Pasa. Okay, this Taiki didn't get bullied out. Now the question is, if in these 33 meters, can I overtake for 4th place? Can I? I can't bully out this Taiki. Yeah, it's cooked for me. Alright, it's Taiki versus the triple front comp. Does Taiki beat triple front? I think she does. And she can't overtake the Suzu. Oh, just barely. By a head. Yeah, I think the only way I win there is I need more mid-race to overtake Taiki and actually have shooting for victory. But that's like the only thing, that's like one thing you're worried about in the triple front comp is a Taiki in 4th you can lose to. I think they also brought a Dominator, right? But yeah, Taiki in 4th you can lose to, and then a late surger that hits everything in 6th you can lose to with that triple front comp. You blame the Dominator? I mean, it literally is the Dominator. Even if they didn't proc Dominator, they only hit Hesitant Front. Like, Hesitant Front. It's either Hesitant Front or Dominator. If either one of those procced, you are losing to the Taiki. They will bring something ahead of it. Yeah. Like, there's not too many people that are just gonna solo run Taiki in like 2 lates. Like, literally, the only reason why I solo bring Taiki is because I just refuse to build a front runner. And I do think people who will bring Taiki will run double front with her, which automatically bullies her out. Alright, this is gonna be our last race for today's stream. We have a Suzu here. Taiki shuttle. Digital. Iron Redshift. Got Redshift off of a 2-star Spark. Front Maru with swinging. Oh, is that your anchor? Okay. Actually, you have a lot of stam on both of yours. Well, it's not that I don't have any respects for fronts. I just think, like, in terms of the actual CM, front runner is the one that you can just wallet check people with, and I just Like, I think this game is unfun when, like, you lose to a frontrunner who just clearly has more money put into the game. It's like, I mean, I just think it's, like, bad in terms of, like, gameplay, like, in general. For like a position like that to exist. It's just like something inherently with the game that I dislike with how fronts are programmed.
サイレンス鈴鹿先頭を進みますがこれは正解でしょうかサイレンス鈴鹿彼女の客室には合っていますね依然としてサイレンス鈴鹿続きました5番マルゼンスキー大欅を越え4コーナーへさあいよいよ直線だどのタイミングで誰が仕掛けるのかまだ差があるここから先頭を捉える子は出てくるのかじりじり
I think pretty good curvature here.
気持ちよく逃げているサイレンス鈴鹿4番マルゼンスキー前を狙っているぞ
Well, it's not like me personally losing to frontrunners that I dislike. I just think that, like, when, you know, some single dad who needs to work at the factory after this and tuck in their 10 children, load into the CM and see an S-rank frontrunner and just know for a fact they basically have zero chance to beat it. I just think that's just a bad way of, like, how competitiveness works. I'm saying whales who feed the game don't deserve to win more. Well, I'm just saying, like, this game is inherently not competitive because of how the race is programmed. Like, you are not... I don't know, I think it's because I play, like, other competitive games. Like, I don't think this game requires any skill. Because of just the way the race works. Yeah, pretty strong fronts. Once again, don't have shooting, so it's really hard to finish off my Excel on 800 power. I really need to get shooting on Mamoru. I don't know, I just think it's just a bad part of the game when, like, every other position gets that RNG, whereas frontrunner's whole shtick is, you know, be in first, and the person with a stronger deck just has a completely better chance of being in first. Like, even if, like if you're free to play, you know, you're just at a disadvantage, whereas everything else at least has that inherent RNG. I don't know, I don't really want to argue with, like, I understand that, like, I don't have anything against the people who build front runners. I just dislike how the strategy is coded into the game. Could always build a front blocker if you're free to play. I just think that, like, for... it's just my biggest gripe about how the race works. I don't know, like, why, like... I mean, like, yeah, you can run a front blocker, but the fact that it's such a polarizing strategy that you have to do that is... I don't know. I've explained this like multiple times, and like I've complained about it, you know, since the game started, like since I first started, I guess streaming, so maybe not when the game started, that I just don't like how the position works. And it's like, I'm not saying that I'm correct or I'm right, it's just something I inherently dislike about this game. And it's not like you're trying to convince me otherwise when I've held this thought for 4 years now. I think it's just like, not 4 years. Is it 3 years? Like, I've disliked how frontrunners worked for about 3 years now. Even when they weren't meta, like, I still just dislike how frontrunners work. I just think the way they programmed the entire strategy was just not fun. But yes, fronts will fall out of meta, and I still will dislike frontrunners. Like, even if they're not the strongest meta thing, I will still dislike frontrunners. Like, they're gonna die in a year. But that still won't change my opinion on frontrunners. Like, I played in a front-runnerless meta. I played in the, you know, Orfevre, the Gentle Dawn meta. And I still just don't like how they did front-runners. Anyways, very awkward spot to end off on. Like, I didn't mean to like lash out like that. I just think, I don't know, I just think like the way this game just competitively is just not that deep. And like I don't know, like I don't think less of you for running frontrunners. I'm just explaining the reason why you'll never see me run a frontrunner. It's just because I don't like how the strategy works. So I will always be running something that, you know, tries to beat out a frontrunner, because that's just how I play the game, and that's how where I find enjoyment in this game, is not building frontrunners. But anyways, that's gonna be it for today's stream. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna do more of these room matches. Hopefully, if you haven't like built an ace yet, you can see what other people are building and like what kind of works for them. Even if I think CM room matches are very like front and pace heavy, so keep that in mind. Like, we had one room, you know, where there was no front runners, and like that kind of changes up how the landscape is. It's really hard to like predict how the CM room matches will actually go, though it has been a trend where, you know, globals don't build front runners. So like, you know, you might think Taiki's really strong, but Taiki, unless you're running your own fronts, might be a little bit weaker in the actual CM. It's hard to say. You have to read essentially what the masses will bring to the CM, right? If you need to consider positioning as one of your criterias. Anyways, yeah, thank you guys all for watching. I will head off now. Bye bye.